Hi everyone. It is Wednesday about 11:11. You know what that means? Time to make a wish. At least that's what the wife tells me. It's 11:11 Eastern Time on Wednesday, August 26th, 2020. I'd love to give you guys an update on the S&P. We've got lots of good stuff happening today. Before I get into any of this, of course, this is not financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. You're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risks, doing your own research, and I am just giving my opinion on the market. So let's go. Let's go. Let's take a look at things here. All right. So we're just having a conversation on the Discord. Um, this video specifically is for Sacred Order, but for everybody's benefit. So we're in an uptrend. All right. We are in a clear uptrend. Like, yeah. This over here, this was bad. This was bad. But we are in an uptrend. Right? We had a clear downtrend here, which is followed by a pretty impulsive move up. Correction, and then we're moving up. Like this is an uptrend. Don't try and short the top, right? Like if you tried to short here at 3,400, you had a little pullback, right? But you know, I talked about this in my last, not in my last video, but in a previous video. I talked about this. All this up here, this green line was our prior all-time high, right? Said, all right, you're going to have all these people that are going to be shorting up here as close as they can to 33.9750. We're going to get a pullback. They're going to say that they're a genius. They're going to say that they are, you know, making tons and tons of money. But what's actually happening? They're getting trapped. And guess what? You know, I said this. Like, you can go back and watch the video. It's all there. This was a trap. What happened? We went up. Like, oh, okay, I'm going to short the retest. It was a trap. And now here we are. We're moving up, right? So what's going on here? All right, so I'm counting this as a 1, 2, 3. I believe this 4 is in. Then we go up for a 5. That's what's happening here. So this is, you know, a 1, A, B, C into a 2. We're working on the 3, 4, and we're going to go up for the 5. Now, how high are we going to go? I mean, jury is out. The jury is definitely out on that. You know, I've got my eyes set up here at 35 to 36, right? It's a pretty wide range, it is, you know, ideal if we were to come up here to this red zone, which is, you know, a target zone that I've been discussing for a while. So, you know, how high are we going to go? Well, let's just take a look at a couple things here just to see what we've got. If we could take a fib from the bottom of the 2 to the top of the 3, you know, we didn't quite make it down to the 382. All right, target here would be 3471. But there is one other thing that I do want to take a look at. I'm going to go down to a 15-minute time frame. I want to take a look at this guy right here, because what this looks like to me is an inverted head and shoulders. All right, you can see we have your left shoulder right here. Okay, you've got a head right here, and you've got a right shoulder over here. You've got your neckline. Your neckline, we can take it from this guy, pull him down. You've got a good neckline. Like, yeah, the right shoulder, I mean, it looks a little wonky, but this is good, right? And we are breaking out. So if you're a head and shoulders trader, I mean, this was the breakout right here. We closed above. Okay, that was a confirmed inverted head and shoulder breakout. If you like to trade patterns, that was a confirmation there. So now how high do we go? And let's just see if this follows in with our 3,500 to 3,600 range. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take from the bottom right here, take myself up here to the neckline, which is going to be about right there, and we're going to go 100%. We're going to take our measured move, and it's going to take it right up there to 3475. 3475, almost 3,500. That seems ideal to get all the way up to 3475. That, you know, very possible could be the end of that wave. All right, if we get up there to 3475, that potentially could be the completion of that wave, which is not a lot, not very far to go. Not very far to go to complete that wave. Now, this was down here to a 4, so we've got a nice 1, 2, 3, 4. Work our way up to 3475. I still don't think that's it. I do think we'll get a pullback from there. I'm still keeping an eye up here, guys. I'm still watching up here. I'm going to continue to trade the chart the way that it looks, and the chart is in an uptrend. Like, I don't care if we start printing some little red candles, right? I'm not going to get bearish, like, guys. I'm not going to get bearish until we take out some of these significant pullbacks. And we haven't had really many really significant pullbacks, but we have had some pullbacks. This is one, okay? So if we're talking about areas of invalidation, I hope that this is working out. I see my YouTube is spinning again, so I don't know if it's me or if there's something else going on, but I hope that you guys can still see this. Throw a comment in the chat if you can actually see my screen, see my chart. You can hear me okay. All right, I'm going to put that guy right there. I'm going to change the color and I'm going to change the label of this guy. So this is going to be support via pullback. All right, so that's how we're going to label this guy. I'm going to change the opacity on this just so that it doesn't take up. There we go. I'm just going to kind of fade it down a little bit. All right, that's one area of support which we're going to be wanting to keep an eye on. Next level is going to be down here. Okay, so this guy right here, right there, that pullback right there. And really the more important one is this guy right here, but that's an important one. All right, we start taking out some of these things, then we can talk about shorting the market. For right now, these significant pullbacks, I don't think we should break them. I think they should remain as support. Thanks, Brian. All right, here's another one, right? Let's just go ahead and put these on here because they're important. They're important. This guy right here. Let me get him down there. And this is why I hate my trackball. I love it and I hate it all at the same time. All right, there's another guy right there. Right, that pullback right there is also going to be important. Let's go ahead and move to an hourly time frame. Right, see, we've got all of this support that we have to break now. Okay, and we have another one. We have another significant pullback right here. Okay, it's actually down just a little ways, but you get the idea. We're just going to continue work on our way down. Once we start breaking these, then we can talk about shorting the bearish retest. But for right now, don't lose your money because if you've been shorting, you've been losing money, almost guaranteed. Almost guaranteed. For right now, if you've been shorting, you've been losing money. Now I think we're getting close to the top, but don't try and catch the top, right? I mean, think of it this way. Let's take a look at this. Let's zoom out and just take a look at this here. All right, so what happened at the bottom? All right, because what happened at the bottom should be a key. What did we have? We had some areas of resistance which were broken, right? This guy right here, that was broken. Okay, that was the first sign that we are reversing. All right, other areas, here's another pullback right there, broke. Right here, here's another significant one. It broke, then it was support. Where's another one? We can do this all day, guys. We can do this all day long. Right there, had resistance here. It broke, had resistance. That was actually, that one looks really super important, because even if you go left, support, break, resistance, fall. And then as it fell, it created new resistance, new resistance, new resistance. And then here, I mean, you could technically count this guy right here as a throwback that was counted as support right there. Okay, so maybe this technically was the first one, because technically we did have a bearish retest, and then we had a pullback down to the lows, and then we broke through it, claimed it as support, broke through it, came back down, but broke through it, right? We were just breaking through all these things, which we were not able to do before. Okay, like right here, here's another one, right? I'm not going to keep doing this and repeating myself, but you guys get the idea. Right? We've got these areas that we broke. So would you rather have tried to buy here and then failed, tried to buy here and then failed, tried to buy here and then failed, tried to buy here and then finally was successful after you failed 4 or 5 times? Or would you rather have counted this as the pivot once you finally started breaking some of these things and get in somewhere around here, right? If you got in here, hell, you could have just held that trade to all-time high, right? I mean, look at all that you could have taken advantage of. And now we've got all of these support levels, and if you were to have bought anywhere in this range right here, okay? So let's just say for a moment that you bought somewhere in here, okay? Because you said to yourself, all right, we broke through that resistance, we broke through that resistance, we broke through that resistance, so I'm gonna go ahead and buy the pullback, and you bought right here. Well, now you've got your stop loss right there, okay? You've got a stop loss right here at the bottom. Let me just kind of move this down. There's your stop loss right there at the bottom of that pivot then. All right, then you see this thing moving up big time. You have your first significant pullback since you entered in your trade. First significant pullback right there. All right, then if it pushes up and breaks that resistance, there's your new stop loss. So you move your stop loss up here. Okay, so now here's your new significant resistance. All right, once you break through that, well, you move your stop loss up. You just keep moving it up to your significant pullbacks. Your significant pullbacks are your new stop loss. And look at where you could possibly be right now. But what I'm seeing a lot of you do, and Sacred Order, I'm not talking about you specifically. I see a lot of people doing this. I see a lot of people trying to short and catch the small trades, and that's okay for a scalp. But what always ends up happening, and I see it over and over again, here all-time high. This is the perfect example. All right, let me just move this out here at the all-time high right here. I saw more than one person short here, right? And it went down. But the amount of people that didn't exit that position and gave it all back, and then even when we had your second attempt to get out, the market usually gives you 2 chances. Rarely it'll give you 3, okay? You had 1 chance, 2 chances, and that 3rd chance is gone, especially if you're playing options. So yeah, I think we do continue up. I think we continue grinding up. I think we are in wave 5 right now, right? So this looks like a 1, 2, working on the 3, 4, 5. Technically, the target is going to be there at 34.80. I think it's possible that it does go higher than that. I'm really looking at 3,500. I was saying that 3,400 was going to happen, and it did. Now that we are continuing to go up, I'm now looking at 3,500. And watch what happens with the price when that finally does come. Looking at this on a 30-minute time frame, this looks a little better for more of a flat neckline, like something like that. One way or another, I mean, we saw it and it looked good. It looked real good, and yeah, this is moving up and out, moving up and out. Head and shoulders do not necessarily mean reversal. In this case, this is continuation, and it's still looking okay. It's still looking all right. Still pretty early. So, all right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and end the video right now. Yeah, we're what 14 minutes in, and yeah, I think I pretty much just given my opinion on where things are going. So watch for these supports as we move through them. But all right, that's it for now. If this video did help you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And of course, wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, good night, and